Hello and welcome to my page once again. Today I would like to discuss Herod in Exodus chapter 32, the failure of Herod in the whole calf situation, the golden calf situation. Now, if you read from verse 32, you'll find out that in this verse, after they had left Egypt, crossed the Red Sea, Moses had gone up to Mount Sinai to receive the laws from God for Israel. Now, Aaron was left in charge of the Israelites. Moses had given him instructions, take care of the people, watch over them and all that. And he has gone up, he has spent time with God. The Israelites came to Aaron and they said, we don't know what's going on with this fellow Moses. Okay? We don't know what happened to him. We don't even know what's going on with him. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a golden calf, and we're going to say this calf is our God that brought us out of Egypt. Now, this is, of course, in direct contradiction with one of the laws that God is going to be giving Moses, that Moses is going to be bringing down. Thou shalt worship no idol. Now, where Aaron has failed comes in that, in what way did you lead these people? Aaron was the spiritual leader of the people while Moses was away. It was his duty to ensure that these people, their faith, their focus, and their trust is on Jehovah God that brought them out of Egypt, right? But it seems he failed in this duty. And the people had to now copy from what they already knew in Egypt. Because you remember they were in Egypt for 430 years. So they know that the Egyptians worship idols. So they had to revert back to what they knew in Egypt. But it was Herod's duty to ensure this does not happen. It was his duty to keep them focused on the living God, the one who has given them life, the one who has brought them out of Egypt, the one who has performed mighty signs and wonders for them. That was his job, and he failed in that. And he didn't just fail in ensuring that the spiritual well-being of the Israelites was well taken care of. He also failed to take accountability for his failure as a leader. Because in verse 23 of the Exodus 32, you have him saying, in verse 22, and I read, he said, and Herod said, let not the anger of my Lord wax hot. Thou knowest the people that they are set on mischief. So, he didn't take accountability for the fact that he didn't maintain the spiritual atmosphere of the people, that he did not protect the spiritual life of these people. He just turned the whole thing around and said, these people are mischievous. They are always set on mischief, they always want to do mischief, so it's not my fault. And then in verse 24 he now said, I asked them to give me the gold that they have, to break it off and give it to me. And then he didn't even take accountability for the fact that he was the one that molded this golden calf. Number one, he didn't take accountability for the degradation of their spiritual life and their trust in God. Number two, he refused to take accountability for molding the golden image. No, rather he just said, I took it, I put it in the fire, and out came the calf, like the calf created itself in the fire. So Aaron failed twice in that, in taking accountability for his failure, in protecting and in helping these people maintain a positive outlook of God, and in the failure that he aided their downfall. That's why Moses asked him, what have they done to you that you have brought this great sin upon them? And he dodged responsibility. So, and this is something that is quite prevalent in today's world. I don't know in your country, but in Nigeria today we have that a lot. We have a lot of leaders that will give one excuse or the other for why they have failed. But the truth of the matter is not just leaders in the government. You find it in all spheres of life, even in the church. You find leaders who were irresponsible with the souls and the life that God has given them to shepherd. They were irresponsible with these people. The church fell or someone fell into sin, and they will just account for it in the sense that people are stubborn. This failures, it didn't just start with Aaron. And it didn't end with him. It's here in today's church. And this is something we need to be very, very conscious of. We need to be careful when we're in the positions of leadership, whether as a husband, whether as a boss, whether as just a senior to someone else. As long as you find yourself in the position of leadership or in the potential position of leadership, we must be very careful, very mindful of our actions and our accountability. Remember, we follow after the example of Christ. And Christ has set this example already. Because when he was ready to leave, when he was ready to complete his mission, he said, all that you have entrusted to me, none is missing except the son of perdition. So Christ is the example of what Herod should have done. So since we are following after Christ, let us follow in his footsteps of leadership, taking account of all we have done, taking account of all we are doing, and taking account of all we are about to do, knowing absolutely that we are going to be accountable to the supreme ruler of the universe, who is Jehovah God. So we must be accountable. So I pray that in all your daily lives, in all your endeavors, in everything you do, whether you are a master or a servant, that you remain accountable to the Spirit of Christ. And the good Lord bless and keep you in the name of Jesus. Thank you for being here. See you next time.